We're going to kick off today's episode of our Youth Academy Challenge with a segment that I like to call Crap That Caused Us to Drop Points. Like this absolutely ridiculous goaltending play in the 4th minute of second half stoppage time against Flamengo, which gave them a 2-1 victory. Or how about this 83rd minute goal where Jonathan came out and knocked the ball right into the path of Rafael, who dinked it over to give Sao Paulo the 1-0 lead. Luckily, Caio Henrique was able to equalize 3 minutes later, which gave us our first point in Série A, which we were then able to parlay into a brilliant 5-1 victory on the road at Botafogo for our first win. Gil Ballara did pick up, you remember him, an assist to put Botafogo up 1-0 27 minutes in. But a goal from Manuel Rodriguez on a feed from Ivanzinho with 1 minute left in the first half brought us even after 45, and in the final 10 minutes of this match, we just exploded. Rodriguez, 2 goals, 2 assists. Gabriel Rosera, who came in as a late substitution, picked up 2 goals and a single assist, while William Zorzanan picked up his first goal of the year. So hopefully that is momentum we can carry into the second leg of this Copa do Brasil third round match on the road against Vitória. We have made a slight technical tweak because after we lost to Flamengo, we got that dreaded unwilling to make adjustments email, which we do not like. That means that the crowd is starting to go against us. So we have moved for now to a 4-2-3-1 in possession. Out of possession, we are looking much the same. In fact, sometimes we drop Luis Roberto back into that wide midfielder role as well. So what we've done is we've taken Beto from the base of the midfield, moved him next to Leonardo, who is back fit, by the way. Edson Jose moves into a channel midfielder role. And because of an injury in the last match to Arisvaldo Pereira, Caio Henrique is going to move from the right side up front as more of a target forward. He better is suited for that role than the false 9, and Luis Roberto is going to get the start on the right-hand side. Meanwhile, for this match, just to give Ivanzinho a little bit of a rest, Christian Velasquez is coming in as our left back now that he once again is fully fit. We are slight underdogs in this match, but we do find ourselves in fairly decent form, having almost picked up a point against Flamengo, having gotten that point against Sao Paulo, and then 3 points against Botafogo in what really turned out to be, in the end, a very masterful performance. I'm also trying to sit back a little bit more, not really lean into it. I found while watching back Monday's episode, or Tuesday's episode, my chin was getting cut off in the frame a lot because I was leaning too far in and really taking up that full box in the bottom corner. Just some behind the scenes stuff that you guys probably didn't really need to know about. We're up 3-2 on the aggregate, if you remember from the last time we played Vitória, which was naturally in the last episode. They are currently leading with 2 shots on goal to 1, and we have lost yet another player to injury. This time it's going to be Manuel Rodriguez, which means Fabiano Jaeger is making an appearance much earlier in this match than we originally anticipated. Let's say we have some faith in him, go make a difference, and hopefully that works. So we're being outshot 2-1. Outpossessed 57-43, now 58-42. We have not yet gotten a shot on target, which seems to be fairly normal for us at this point. Edson Jose, though, chipping in the corner, looking for Canella back post. Doesn't quite reach him, but Canella will track it down. Plays it to Zorzanan. Igor quickly out to the left wing. Edson Jose chipping it toward the back post. Cannot pick out Luis Roberto. It goes over his head, and it is out for a Vitória goal kick. As long as we keep this 0-0, I'm pretty happy with that. Caio Henrique pushing it forward, but right into the path of Gabriel Lacerda. Diaz over to Salamene, out wide to Maik. Ricardo quickly to Noguchi. Can't get it back to Ricardo, but Igor turns it over. Andre Ricardo out for Maik. Can't get it past Jaeger, but gets it back. Dan, his shot is going to be blocked by Igor and put behind for a corner. So even though we got a little sloppy in our own box, ultimately, it didn't end up hurting us. Now, Caio Henrique with a free kick from a dangerous position. He's going to go for it himself, and he's not going to be able to tuck it in. Florentine able to get over and get a hand on that to knock it out behind for a corner, our third of the match, which we are not going to get to see. But with 5 minutes remaining in this first half, we are playing a very, very solid match, although we have made a couple of little mistakes that could really come back to haunt us if Vitória is able to take advantage of us one of these times. Marcos Paulo in possession, gets it to Diaz, back for Marcos Paulo. Up ahead, Dan trying to feed it Brazil in behind the defense. Brazil is in, and Jonathan making a massive save, something we have not seen a lot of on camera so far this year. Jonathan has played very well off camera, or at least relatively speaking. Obviously, he made that really stupid mistake, well, in both of those matches, to give up goals that he probably shouldn't have. Although I think the goal against Sao Paulo, by us giving that up, it really kind of lit the fire under our butts to get moving in the second half of that match and really get that equalizer a couple of minutes later. I mean, Caio Henrique scoring is never necessarily a bad thing. Right now, he's not really doing a lot as our striker, so we may need to look to make a move and get Gabriel Rosera up there. Also wondering if maybe we take our foot off the gas a little bit. I mean, we're still in just a positive mentality. We're not really like going, balls to the wall trying to get something done in this match. A 0-0 draw will be absolutely perfect. And now that I've said that, we are probably going to give up a goal right here on this highlight. Dan feeding it up on the right wing, picks out Andre Ricardo in for Negrucci. Mike, Andre Ricardo taking it deep, putting it across Marcos Paulo, and Jonathan making another masterful save. But right now, Luis Roberto, Caio Henrique not really having very good matches here. So I think what we are going to do is we are going to go back to our normal setup. So we're going to drop Beto here. Edson Jose is going to go there. Now, we've always used this as more as a central midfielder. Leonardo as an attacking midfielder. Luis Roberto is going to swap places with Caio Henrique. Need to make sure that we do that in both situations. And then we are going to get Gabriel Rosera in, and we're going to move him back into that false nine role that he is so good at. This was the formation we were using when we took the lead, or right after we took the lead against Botafogo, and then we put in 3 more goals using our original tactic. Well, not the original, obviously that was the 4-2-4 that we were using in the first couple of years of this save, but the 4-3-3 that has been so successful for us, that is what we have used. We are going to get some fresh legs out there as well. Less than 10 minutes to go. Edson Jose is going to come out. João will take his place. He is very happy to go out there. Gabriel Rosera also looking very motivated. And let's get Ivan Zinho back in there. I want to take off Zorzanon, but I still do not trust JP at all. He, in fact, came to us and said that he wanted a little bit more playing time. We said, well, you're not going to be able to get that, so I guess we're going to just have to sell you. He backed down. We got the same thing from Mateus Conceição, who really has not been making our match day squad. And I think we are going to hold on to a 0-0 draw and move on to the next round of the Copa do Brasil. Going to be the 4th round. I'm not sure who we're taking on yet, but it was a very, very well played tie by us. And that makes now 3 unbeaten in all competitions. We are sadly going to be without Manuel Rodriguez for probably the next 3 or 4 matches. Match congestion, once again, is a very real thing for this Ituano side. And I did almost forget, it is still quite a ways away, but we have drawn Belgrano in the second round of the Copa Libertadores. They are currently sitting in first place, according to this, in the Liga Profesional de Futbol in Argentina. I'm not quite sure how that works out because they are a point behind River Plate as far as this goes, but we all know Argentina's a little bit weird. Hopefully that is success that we can parlay into a match against a team that we have never beaten and the one that stole our star goalkeeper. Palmeiras is next on the docket, so we're going to be without Manuel Rodriguez, so Fabiano Jaeger coming in. Gabriel Rosera is going to get the started striker. We're moving Caio Henrique back onto that right wing. And another change that we have been forced into is Igor is unavailable for this one. He picked up a yellow card in the last league match against Botafogo, so he is suspended for this one, and Ivan Zinho is going to come back in, but Carlau is going to be in for the missing Igor. And Carlau hasn't really gotten a lot of playing time this year. He is still rated as a decent Serie A player, so hopefully he gets something done. Zorzanon still getting the start on the right side because I do not trust you, JP, and Sousa Silva still on the shelf. Team looking pretty motivated after our team talk, and Andre is in goal for Palmeiras. I don't know if he is their starting goalkeeper normally, but it seems like every time well, not every time, but most of the times that we play them, they put our former goalkeeper in there against us. I don't know if it's them thumbing their noses at us or they don't take us very seriously, so they're putting in their backup, even though he is an absolute star. Ball thrown forward, won by Palmeiras. Lopez is in, beats Jonathan, but cannot tuck it inside that far post. Hopefully that is a sign of things to come, and in the good way, that Palmeiras is not going to take advantage of us. Now, we are playing somewhat aggressively in this 4-2-3-1 when we have the ball, so hopefully we do not get caught on the counterattack. Remember, we are still playing the exact same way defensively. Kua Elias, and this one is going to ricochet off of the post and out, cleared, but still in the possession of Palmeiras. They're wearing the green. We are in the red and black. We are on the road for this one. We have not been very good on the road so far this season. We've been, well, not very good at home, at least in Serie A either, and Palmeiras still in control. 6 minutes on the clock. Elias, Ivan Zinho steps in front of that one. Fabiano Jaeger gives it back to him, almost dispossessed by Valora. Ivan Zinho holding it up along the near side, getting it free. Carlau getting it from Leonardo, throwing it forward, looking for Razera. It's headed in the path of Lopez. Carlau, though, will give it back to Edson Jose. Back and forth play in the middle third. Fabiano Jaeger to the near side. Ivan Zinho with a little bit of space on the left wing, taking it deep, circling it back, edge of the box. Jaeger, Ivan Zinho. He'll be challenged, but to get it around his man, put it back post for Caio Henrique, who gives us the lead against Palmeiras. It is 1-0 against the run of play. Probably should have turned the fan on, getting a little sweaty over here, but you know what? I am not changing anything about how we are approaching this game, because right now we've got a 1-0 lead and things are looking pretty good as we are once again in control. Caio Henrique quickly. Edson Jose, he'll be taken down from behind. They play advantage. Caio Henrique in the box on the right wing, into the middle, finding Beto, and it is now 2-0 Ituano. The referee allowed play to continue, and it worked to our advantage. And as much as I loved him, and I still wish we had him back, we do always seem to play decently well when Palmeiras puts Andre in between the sticks. Ball cleared out. Amon pushing it up the sideline, finds Caio Jorge. Lopez gives it back to him. Jorge throwing it up the middle, finds Kua Elias, who is able to finally this time chip Jonathan. Was he onside? It looks like he was. Palmeiras claws one back. It is 2-1, and again, this has been happening quite a bit. This time it was Carlau. He's not as fleet of foot as he used to be. But our weakest position, not our weakest position, but we find ourselves sometimes getting beat over the top with guys getting behind our center back pairing. We do have some speed back there, but not nearly enough. Great move by Ivan Zinho. Dipsy doing his way around Altamiranda, looking back post, finding Caio Henrique again. Henrique's second goal of the match, and we've restored our 2-goal lead. Caio Henrique so far involved in all 3 of the Ituano goals. His 2 goals have been both served up by Ivan Zinho. We do lose control in the Palmeiras end. Amon is got with the ball again. Caio Jorge has time, goes over the top, finds Kua Elias, and Kua Elias scores for the second time. Now this one is slightly in doubt. He may have been offside. They are checking with VAR, and the referee pretty quickly decides it is a good goal. Let's check the... Maybe he was played onside by Ivan Zinho, but I don't think so. I think that may have been a bad call. But Ituano now with just a slim 3-2 lead, but we've got the ball, a final third throw in. Leonardo into the middle. Beto, left foot pass to Ivanzinho, taking it deep, keeps it along the line into the middle. Gabriel Rosera, his shot is blocked, and Caio Jorge will be able to clear. It looks like Lopez has picked up a knock, and he is going to continue out there at striker for Palmeiras. They've got the 2 up front. We've got the 4 in the back. We may need to go a little bit more defensive against this team, kind of get that like box 4 back there. That is something that we will look into. But right now, things are still looking pretty good for us, although Kua Elias, that poacher, has really been able to take advantage of our back line not once, but twice in this match. Now, we have 4 shots on target. 3 of them have gone into the back of the net, and that, so far, has been the difference. Although we do have some players who are not having their best matches, including Gabriel Rosera and Leonardo. We're going to keep our eye on them. Zorzanan on a 6.5 as well, although he really has not done anything negative in this match. He just really has not been as involved as maybe he has in the past. Edson Jose with the ball, 53 minutes in, dropping it back. Ivanzinho around the box. Leonardo will hand it back off to his left back. Ivanzinho challenged, so he gives it back to Carlau before receiving the return pass. Ivanzinho up that left wing. He has been involved in the offense all day long. Puts it into the middle. Caio Enrique cannot get it over the outstretched arm of Andre. The fingertips of the goalkeeper got on that, and it was back for a corner. Only the 3rd in the match for Ituano up to that point. Palmeiras, though, with a chance on their 3rd corner attempt. Nildo puts it in, and oh my God, are you kidding me? We have given up another penalty. How many in this season? I think this is the 4th that we have given up in Serie A competition. And now a chance for Palmeiras to draw level from the penalty spot. And that was super, super disappointing. Meanwhile, Gabriel Rosera has picked up a knock. Lopez is going to get Jonathan to go the wrong way, and Palmeiras has pulled even, and we are going to have to make some changes. Gabriel Rosera is coming out. We are going to bring in Luis Roberto. He will swap places with Caio Enrique. Need to make sure that we do the same thing on the out of possession. Of course, Caio Enrique better suited as a target forward, so let's see if that will do us any good. Meanwhile, Luis Roberto, I think we're going to leave him as a winger. And now that we've got the target forward instead of the inside winger, see if that does anything as we make a couple of minor changes here with just over 30 minutes remaining in this contest. Yes, we do want to proceed with the tactical changes. No, I do not want to see that penalty again. Palmeiras, 16 shots on goal, 6 on target. We are 7 out of 9. However, Palmeiras is enjoying the majority of the possession. If we do only pick up the 1 point, we are on the road. We are taking on Palmeiras, a team that is better than us. Do I want to get the best of our former goalkeeper? Absolutely. But Palmeiras challenging Luis Roberto. Great defensive play. Gets the return feed from Zorzanan. He's got his man in the middle, still with it. Luis Roberto plays it over. Fabiano Jäger. Caio Enrique out wide. Ivanzinho. Can he get his 3rd assist of the match? Ivanzinho cuts inside his man. Puts the shot on. Andre makes the save. It's behind for a corner, which we probably, yes, we will not get to see, because why would we? We are going to demand more from our team, even though we are not the favored team in this match. Meanwhile, Edson Jose is not looking great right now, so we're going to pull him out. We are going to bring in Zhao, and we're going to go back in possession to the way that we were. Let's see how this works out for us. We're going to make both of these guys central midfielders, because that seems to also work fairly well when we're trying to hold on to a match and not drop any more points than we need to. So disappointing. We were up 3-2-0 and 3-1, and to maybe only get the 1 point. Ivanzinho, though, does get it free to Jaeger, Leonardo, Caio Henrique, with the return feed from Beto, Leonardo, nice quick passing. Caio Henrique again putting it behind the defense. Luis Roberto on the right wing, cuts it to his left. Luis Roberto takes the shot, puts it home past Andre on the near side to give Ituano a 4-3 lead with 3 minutes left. Of course, we are not counting our chickens before they have hatched. We still have 5 minutes of stoppage time to play in this second half, but this could be a very rare win against Palmeiras, and it will be as time expires. Ituano coming from, well, not from behind. We were leading in this position, so that scoreline does favor Palmeiras quite a bit. We did play very well, and we took all 3 points from a very tough competitor. And those are 3 points we desperately needed, because finally, 7 matches into the season, we have escaped the relegation zone. We're already 11 points behind Vasco da Gama at the top of the table. That's not important. We just need to keep on climbing and whittle away at that goal difference. Still a -4. We were, remember, -4 after just the 1 match. But a massive pair of victories and a good start to hopefully this section of the season that's going to get us where we need to be, and that is back in the Copa Libertadores for next year. Still have ourselves quite a way to go, a lot of Serie A matches, plus we are still waiting our opponent in the 4th round of the Copa do Brasil. Let's see if we can keep the good times rolling, finally start climbing the table, and start playing the way, well, frankly, we should be.